Don't lie. You thought the Browns were going to win too. The Rizzo Show starts now.
The Hard Rock Rocksino Northfield Park presents The Rizzo Show. And now your host, Tony Rizzo.
Oh, the pain! The pain, folks. Hello. Welcome to the 0-13 edition of The Rizzo Show. Joining me tonight, my co-host and Browns season ticket holder, former Mike Polk Jr. We will talk about the Browns and their new GM and Jimmy. But first, let's chat about today's game, Michael. Mike, why are you holding a bottle of champagne?
I'll tell you why, Tom. This is important that people realize this. I bought this earlier in the season, and I said I was going to bring it out when we won, and we were going to have a nice glass of champagne on the air.
Okay.
I thought to myself we were going to need this champagne today. This is a $5 bottle from, oh boy, it was made in Independence, Ohio. That's not great. So anyways,
Homegrown.
I thought it was our time. I want you to know that we want this to happen. It didn't happen today, so we're going to have to wait just a little bit longer before we get this tasty treat.
Well, all kidding aside, it sure looked like the Browns played well enough to win until the game was on the line.
Right.
And, Michael, there were two big plays that killed the Browns late in the game, and then, of course, one in overtime. First, special teams coverage in the fourth quarter. You know, if I'm the new GM, John Dorsey, I guarantee you they're going to be looking for a special teams coach.
Yeah.
Michael, they've been terrible all season long.
This really might be the one that does Tabor in. I mean, there were two huge plays
And
that
then
special
that
teams gave up.
play.
Oh, man.
Deshaun, listen, folks, I know he's a rookie, but it's been 12, whatever it is. Dude, you can't do this.
No.
You cannot throw the ball up in the air in overtime.
And what we saw today in that fourth quarter with that meltdown was a young team that doesn't know how to win a game, doesn't know how to hang on to that lead. And didn't you have a terrible feeling as that fourth quarter progressed?
No, I was trying to stay positive. I really was. Look, folks, I don't even know if it means anything if the Browns win a game this year. This is the baby of Sashi Brown, and this thing's going away. Thank God they made a big change this week at GM. Outside of the interception, Michael, Kaiser had his best day at First Energy. He was 20 of 28, 214, 3 touchdowns, but he can't get away from the turnovers.
Nope.
And Michael, I know he's a rookie, but like I said, he's almost a second-year player right now.
Yeah.
How are you still throwing that ball?
Right. I have no idea. I mean, that was just such a knucklehead toss, especially that last one there, and it really did. I mean, that ruined all the momentum that we had.
Well, I thought the Browns played well enough to win, except when it counted the most. Folks, how good is Josh Gordon? Wish we would have went to him a little bit more at the end of the game. I know they tried. 3 catches, 69 yards, an amazing touchdown catch. His first touchdown since December of 2013. He was targeted 6 times. And what did you think of the celebration and then the sunglasses on the side?
Not nuts about the celebration, not nuts about the
You're
sunglasses.
in sunny Cleveland.
I know, and I get that it's fun. We want them to have fun and everything, but, you know, we're an 0-13 team. You really can't be goofing around like that, in my opinion. Save that for once we get a couple of wins. But he is obviously a superstar player, and you can see what a difference a superstar player makes on the team, because you're right, they went away from him in the second half, but part of it was Green Bay figured him out a little bit, and then a lot of it was, though, he's making it difficult for that whole defense, and he opens things up for other people on the field. Corey Coleman had a good game because of that. Open things up for Duke Johnson. Open things up for the running game when you got to pay attention to a superstar. And I'd love to see that again next year.
Did we lose?
Yeah, we lost.
Yeah.
I know. Doesn't matter.
Time for Rizzy's recap, folks. I really love texting this to producer Kate Rossborough every week. How much does it mean? I don't know. If they don't win a game, is your life going on?
No, of course my life will go on. We're pretty used to this at this point.
Yeah.
Son.
I also think right now, you know, if I got to write the book on Deshaun Kaiser, he's got some potential, but too many turnovers. Haunted by the turnovers, Michael.
Yeah, it's killing him. You're absolutely right.
And I'm showing that number until God knows when. Folks, 1-28 in our last 29 ball games. All right, we've got 3 to go. I ask you, by the way, I thought about maybe I won't have to ask Mike Polk Jr. if we're going to actually win a game. But, Michael, we lost, so I will ask you. We'll take a look. Here's the 3 remaining, all right? Ravens, oh, God, are we really playing? They're hot, too.
Yeah.
Ravens.
Yep. We're going to lose that one.
Okay?
Yeah.
Bears, who blew out some team today.
See that bow on that game? That's because that's our Christmas present. We are going to win on Christmas Eve. We've got a new Cleveland tradition, one game a year.
What if we don't? What if we don't? What are you doing if we don't?
Then it goes to the Steelers, and then I guess we'll have to win that one, right?
I'm going to ask for Polkadamas or something if you don't. I'm going to make you dress up as Jimmy.
You think you're going to win any of those games?
Well, maybe the Browns will get their first win next week. No!
Oh, you know who that is. That's Art Modell.
That is the ghost.
The ghost of Art Modell.
Art Modell.
Will be here
and
next week.
He's loving overtime
Oh, he's
today.
such a jerk, isn't he? I mean, great moves, but what a jerk.
The horns are for real, though,
yeah,
folks.
That happened.
And believe me, who knows? Wouldn't it be great, though, to beat the Ravens?
It would be a blast.
Would we show him caged up in some sort of animal cage if we win?
I'd probably have to go drink that champagne right in front of dancing.
Speaking of owners, Michael, Browns owner Jimmy Haslam had a busy week. Same day he said goodbye to former GM Sashi Brown. Good move. He welcomed his new general manager, 57-year-old John Dorsey. Mike, what do you like about the new hire?
Well, he's got experience. He's a great hire. Probably the most experienced guy out there that could have gone after. I'm excited about it and everything. But again, how sick are we of losing regimes and having to introduce a new guy and having to hear the
Kenny
same
Britt
stuff?
day one.
Yeah, I know.
Good move.
Well, who wouldn't have thought to do that? Honestly.
Sashi Brown?
Sashi Brown. Yeah, other than that. But really, aren't you just so sick and tired of getting these guys and getting our hopes up and saying, well, I like the look of this. He's saying the right stuff.
Yes, I am sick of it. Show me. Show me with wins on the field. By the way, I would have died to have been right behind those two to hear the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
That the
Do you
owner,
think he had any second thoughts when he's watching this team and watching them crumble apart?
Maybe
He's
about
like, did I sign anything?
Maybe about the head coach.
Yeah, definitely.
Who, folks, saved his job for at least 2018. Let me just say this. Nothing's written in stone, folks. Nothing.
Right.
So why did the new guy take this job? Listen to this.
I'm excited. I think this, to me, this is an opportunity that not many personnel guys in my position would pass up. I mean, I think, to me, again, this is one of those iconic franchises which has an unbelievable fan base, and now we just got to get this thing rolling here, and that's what we're going to do here. We're going to roll up our sleeves. We're going to check our egos in at the door. We're going to work every day to go back to the AFC North.
All right, I know we've heard that, but let me just say this. About this Browns job, he's right. Folks, boatload of money. You're $100 million under the salary cap. I believe you have 6 extra draft picks. You have 5 in the first 50 players. And you're going to have number 1 overall. Plus, Michael, low expectations.
Bar couldn't be
lower. If that guy wins 5 games next year, he's going to be building a statue.
If he wins 2 games, he'll have doubled the output from last year. If he wins 2 games, he'll also have doubled the output from this year because we're going to win on Christmas Eve. And you heard it here, folks.
Wow, this is sounding more and more like a guarantee.
I'm positive of it.
All right, so what is the priority now for John Dorsey? Here is Brown.
Let's hear it.
Here is, I've heard this.
I know.
All right, here is Browns owner Jimmy Haslam on the number 1 priority.
The Cleveland Browns are not going to be successful until we get a quarterback. And we're going to do whatever it takes to find the quarterback we need to be successful. That will be John's number 1 priority. And during the process, we've gotten to know each other very well over the last several weeks. I think he would tell you, if you ask him, what did Jimmy ask you more than anything, it was about quarterback.
The elusive. It is the thing that is we cannot get right in Cleveland. Why?
Right.
Maybe we shouldn't be hiring lawyers and baseball statisticians to find your quarterback. I hear him say that, and we passed on 3 franchise quarterbacks. Why is he going to be different? Tell me right now.
I can't even possibly imagine. I can't justify it, but you're right. Part of it is using the picks that you have when you are entitled to them, and you're entitled to them for a reason, and it's because you lost so many games that you have a very high draft pick, and that's what they need to do.
How will you remember Sashi Brown?
Well, you know, a lot of it is going to be what we end up doing with all these picks, whether that's fair or not. The success of these picks that he piled up and all this money's cap space.
Oh, I don't want to hear that. Listen,
you're asking me how he's going to be remembered. That's how he's going to be remembered.
For acquiring a bunch of picks?
I'm not giving him credit for it.
He will be remembered for passing on Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson. But for me, he will not be remembered because I am erasing him from my memory bank.
That sounds nice.
I am erasing this 1 in 28. We were not, the Browns didn't play in 2016 and 2017, Michael. I don't know what you're talking about.
I love that theory. I'm all for it. Erase my brain. Use that Man in Black thing on my face.
Yeah, the Men in Black?
Yeah, that thing.
Give me the MIBs.
Give me that bad
the
boy.
Browns will wrap up their home schedule against the Ravens.
Woo.
next week. Coming up, I better not see Art Modell here. Coming up, a fight at First Energy Stadium. We've got the exclusive video when we return.
Move. Very smooth.
That is some jib work there, folks. Folks, that's a jib camp run by the fabulous Brittany. Come on,
Get out
man.
of there, Art, you son of
Come on, man.
Oh, the lasso.
What is he? Is he riding
really
the pony?
taunting us.
Is he riding the white horse? If you want to ride, ride the white. What is?
I don't know.
You know what? Forget this segment. Let's just watch that.
I had somebody yell at me at a Pickwick show last week. They just go, "Hey, do Art Modell."
What is behind
What was I supposed to do?
What is that?
I think that's hell. I'm pretty sure.
Is that what hell
or
looks
the
like?
netherworld?
Looks like a village on fire.
It might be. Who knows?
All right, I'm sorry. Welcome back, Michael. I understand you got your hands on some very exclusive footage of a Browns fan.
I did. We have a lot of great fans, as you know, and they send us some stuff sometimes. And this actually was the most impressive thing I've received for the Rizzo Show this year. Take a look at it. Well, there it is, folks. The building that haunts all of our dreams. Not a lot of excitement in First Energy Stadium this season. However, we at the Rizzo Show have obtained some exclusive footage of the most exciting thing that has happened in that stadium this season. Take a look. A historic fight for the ages. And if you really pay attention, there are so many wonderful things to look for in this fight video. First of all, look at the combatants. Both out-of-shape gentlemen in outdated jerseys. We have Peyton Hillis fighting Terry Bradshaw with a cheap shot. The fight is then broken up, if you'll notice, by none other than Johnny Manziel. And please notice this as well, folks, and this is probably my favorite part. Peyton Hillis never drops his beer through the entire fight. That's right, he wasn't gonna waste $9 just because he was getting into a fight with somebody. That's what he protects like a newborn child. Obviously, that video is amazing as it is, and there's not a lot of ways you can improve it, but I did think maybe giving it a better soundtrack might make it even more awesome. I tried a couple different things. Here it is with heavy rock music underneath it, as if it's a wrestling video. So that was obviously good, but it's not quite perfect. I tried it again with Mozart's Requiem in D playing and by slowing down the footage. Check it out. So that obviously classed it up a little bit, but it still wasn't quite perfect. I was still searching for the perfect song, and then I found it. Take a look. Nailed it. So there it is, folks, the most exciting moment in First Energy Stadium of 2017. Thanks for the footage, Eric. Stay strong, Browns fans. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Thanks, bud.
First of all, the Browns fan won that fight.
Yes.
Number one.
Yes.
All right, that was great.
Peyton Hillis came
Number
out on
two,
top.
I remember being a young man at the old Cleveland Stadium, folks, if they had camera phones back
Oh, my
then.
gosh.
That was the precursor to what actually went on during the games. There were always fights.
My dad would be in prison if they had camera phones back then.
I agree. Let's switch gears and talk about our wine and gold. Cavaliers, gutted out a win last night against the Sixers thanks to the run by LeBron at the end of the game. Michael, he assisted or scored on all of the Cavaliers' points late in the fourth quarter. Michael, is it impossible for him to win the MVP? Because he's the MVP right now.
I was at this game last night, and just watching him take control of this game was insane. And he's been like this the entire season so far. You're right. People are sick of it. He's been to how many? 8 NBA Finals in a row?
4 MVPs.
4 MVPs, and they want something new. They're not appreciating his greatness because we're like, what else you got? Who's young? Who's coming up the pipeline? Meanwhile, this guy's having, statistically, I think the best season of his career at almost 33 years old. It's insane.
Yeah, and I just feel like they're talking James Harden. They had all these voters from that work in the NBA, who's the MVP? And like James Harden. Well, James Harden.
Right.
LeBron is the MVP. LeBron is always the MVP. But just like when Michael Jordan played, they can't give it to him every year.
And the proof of that is every single team he's on, he makes everybody better. And he makes an impossibly weird group of people work together and makes them successful.
Well, the Cavaliers are home against the Hawks and the Lakers. Oh, that's good. LeVar Ball coming to
that'll be
Cleveland
fun.
this week. All right, coming up, it's the holiday season. Michael, are you still looking for that perfect gift? We've got ideas for you next. Welcome back to the Rizzo Show. Tony and Mike with you. Michael, just a couple weeks away. Are you done doing your shopping?
I went on Amazon and I pretty much knocked it out all in one thing. I don't know if anybody will like anything that I got them, but it really doesn't matter because I'm done.
Well, if you're not done, folks, like me, we've got a few ideas for you. How about this?
Ooh.
A beautiful Browns bathrobe. Nothing says I love my team like coming out of the shower or the bath, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
It's
Sticking with
gorgeous.
the Browns. How about this? The Brownie pacifiers.
Sure.
You need these not to
yeah.
yell when Coach Jackson makes a bad challenge.
I feel like I could
during
use
the
one
game.
of those sometimes.
That happens
Yep.
once a Sunday. But from the Browns to the Cavs, Michael, and check out this shirt.
Oh, how tasteful.
That is the king, baby.
Is that a real shirt?
Oh, it is, and I would
Oh,
love
man.
to see you walk
It's
around
so
in it.
busy.
Should we get one for Kyrie?
I would probably wear that just to be a jerk. I would wear that. That is hideous, though, just so you know.
I don't know. All the hideous stuff, right? What is it? Ugly sweaters?
It looks like a memorial.
Fresh Brewed Tees has ugly sweatshirts for Christmas or something like
that's true.
that.
Looks like a memorial shirt, like he died or something.
I
don't
can't
care.
forget about the tribe. How about this one?
Okay. Yeah, that's nice, though. That's like a more standard ugly sweater.
I think Bobby D from the Indians would wear that one. I really do.
Yeah.
I might have to get him that one. Now, maybe not.
No, maybe not.
Well, at least they don't cheap wow on there. All right, speaking of the holiday, Michael, you have been out to the Roxino lately?
I have.
Because they have decked the casino halls, folks.
Gorgeous.
Check this out. They have really beautifully designed a Christmas wonderland at the Roxino. I mean, it always looks good. Mm-hmm. Great out there, but they're certainly in the spirit of the season. We had such a great time doing our show out there. We have another show that we're going to show about that show, from
Yes.
that show in the not-so-distant
And
future.
then we're going to be doing another live taping there soon.
Show.
Yeah,
Well,
it's gonna
they
be fun.
need you out there again.
They do.
Right?
Badly.
All right, so what is going on at the Roxino this week? Well, let's find out.
That does look nice.
Hey there, rock stars, it's Mandy, and this is what's up at the Roxino. Rockin' the season with Hard Rock Roxino Northfield Park's $3 million holiday swipe and win. There are two ways to win. Swipe your Rockstar Rewards card for guaranteed free play every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Swipe to print golden tickets every day in December to wrap up your share of $100,000 in guaranteed cash on Sundays. Don't miss the $25,000 cash grand prize giveaway on New Year's Eve. For those about to rock 2018, come to Hard Rock Roxino Northfield Park. It's nothing but a good time with Bret Michaels on December 29th. Join us for the main event on New Year's Eve as we rock into 2018. Live music from Van Halen Tribute, Panama, and AC/DC Tribute, Dirty Deeds will shake you all night long as we count down to midnight. VIP packages and general admission tickets available at the Roxino box office or Ticketmaster.com. Find your rhythm at Hard Rock Roxino Northfield Park. Vegas experience, Ohio address.
It ain't our fault.
It ain't. That's the truth.
Don't forget, folks, stay tuned. Our good friends, Big Chuck and Little John, are coming up next. Well, now it's time for the Rizzy Vault. We used to show different things from my past here on Fox 8. Now, it's this every week.
The kick is no good. He missed it. And Cleveland's long string of futility finally ends on Christmas Eve here in Cleveland.
I want to see Dee Haslam do that so badly.
That moment of realization where she's like, wait, we won?
And that big hug from Danny Vitale you got. He'll never forget it.
Oh, what a drag.
It's not his fault, though, if you listen to his post-game press
No.
conferences. Michael, what do you got coming up? Oh, come
it's Art.
on. Okay, guys.
Art
come
Modell
on.
will not miss me at Pickwick and Frolic every other Tuesday, starting next week again.
What is that? What's that? The whiplash
It is.
dance?
He loves
What
it.
is that?
He's going to pickwickandfrolic.com to get his tickets today. That's what he's doing.
All right, we have a Christmas show coming up,
Yes,
don't we? Right?
we do.
Are you going to dress up?
I'm
for
gonna,
me?
yeah, I'm gonna look absolutely ridiculous for that Christmas.
You know
show,
what?
for your
I
pleasure.
will too. I mean,
Good.
I do every week, but you know what I mean.
Right,
I'll doll up for you.
Well,
for
tis
that.
the season. We have to. Got to be good sports. about
Tis
it.
the season. I like that. All right, Browns fans, remember the Bears game guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Hang in there. Good to be alive. Good night, everybody.